Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. In this video, I'll be talking about another product that I needed while I was learning Quran. And this product was inspired by the way that our great scholars have kept the text of the Quran for more than 1400 years and even approaching 1500 years. The text of the Quran inside here is exactly the same text that was revealed to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. How was this effort done? By many scholars that had study groups inside the mosque. They will have students around them holding these boards or similar boards. The students will be writing the text dictated by the sheikh or the teacher, and once they have finished the writing, the teacher will read what they have wrote and then approve it and ask the student to memorize it. Once the student memorizes the amount that he has written on his board, the student is allowed to wipe it away and recite out of his memory. So the effect of handwriting in the memorization process is very, very effective and much proven. New science and new research, if you look into educational journals, they have a lot of papers and science work published comparing between what is learned by handwriting and what is learned by vision only, or what is learned through electronic devices, and a comparison is done in between. So actually handwriting digs very deep into the memory. What you write by your hand, it takes part of your personality. You add a bit from you feel it's important, the importance glows into you, and you could really understand more what you are writing. The process of thinking is going on. You are writing while you're looking, you're engaging more than one senses, then you recite what you have written. So you're using all of your senses, hand, feelings, muscular motion or muscular memory, what you hear, what you recite by your tongue. So actually you're involving all of the senses while learning. I got this habit as well while even learning in dentistry and any other subjects. I like notes taking while studying. So for when I wanted to do the Quran, what I actually done, I would take papers from my house, whatever I have, some papers, I would write the text on it, recite it, memorize it, and try to dispose it in a graceful way, because we know whatever has Quran written on it should not be disposed in regular trash. It should be disposed in a specific way. So the idea occurred to me, okay, why just keep worrying about how am I going to get rid of the paper after writing on it? Okay, let me think about something more economic and in the same time more graceful for the text that I'm writing. So I would embed the paper inside, for example, an envelope. This is a regular file envelope. So I would write here using a whiteboard marker. So I would bring a whiteboard marker and just write the text here, and then just wipe it away with a tissue or napkin. The idea then developed, why not make this paper printed? So I would print the page that I would like to read from the Quran. I would wipe away the text inside, okay? I would wipe away the text and begin writing. And the idea further developed. Sometimes I would use, before even copying the Quran, I would use anything that has a plastic surface to it, even a regular file, writing on it and then removing or wiping away what I have written. More attractive was these papers that have that I would thermally envelope it with a thermal cover, so it becomes like a piece of plastic. It's more durable, so I could have the paper and write on it and wipe away. I would use boards as well and write on the board. So the idea kept with me, okay, using boards. So it kept occurring to me even later on. Now, the idea of writing on a white paper, even if I photocopy from the Quran or the Mus'haf and wipe away the ayat and put them, the idea of white spaces, they don't keep a track of where the word is written. So I needed to change it into lines. So I added lines So these are lines. I kept 15 lines. These are the regular number of lines we have in our Quran. This is the most famous printed format of the Quran. So if you would count the number of lines here, you will find that they are 15 lines. So it's standard all through the Quran. So I put the number of lines. So while writing here, my hand will not drift downwards or upwards. So I'm keeping the words in the lines and then keeping the places of the ayat. So the idea kept developing. I made then this loh, which I loved. I love the idea that it looks like the loh that our scholars used. And then I put some lines to it. I added these lines to make sure that I'm writing in the correct, once more 15 lines and so on. So I said, why should this effort be kept on in prototypes and forms? Why not to develop it and actually print it so somebody else could use it? So what I actually done is developed an artistic way of doing it. So it's the same lawh as you see, but now in an artistic form where I added colors and so on. I called it al-lawh amud al-bina, meaning that the board is the beam of building the Quran memory. So I added some artistic stuff. The 15 lines are still there, the name of the juz'u, the name of surah, the line number. And then I added some of the dua that what was narrated from our scholars. They kept reciting this dua, asking Allah to keep Quran in their hearts and fix it there, very close to their brains and very close to their actions. This is where we should always keep Quran very close to our hearts. So these are famous dua that they make when they want to memorize Quran. Then I said, okay, sometimes we need to know the left and right because the Quran has 2 pages to it. So I put on the back of it, I further divided it into left and right, so you could write here the right page of the Quran and write here the left page. These are not constricted by ayat, so this is reusable for the whole Quran. I'm not dictating where is the location of the ayah. While here I was dictating the location of the ayah. I'm telling you, for example, this is ayah 25, 26 of Al-Baqarah. So here I'm dictating the place of the ayah. Here I omitted that to keep it universal for the whole Quran. Once more dua of how to keep Quran, asking Allah to keep the Quran fixed in our hearts. It's the same name with the left and right. So you can use a smaller handwriting, and you could memorize not only what you're reading, you also memorize the location of it in the Quran. So this is more and more aiding into the visual memory. So you're writing and visualizing the same page from the Quran with the same consequence. This one, to keep it once more durable and easy to write on, I've once more enveloped it in thermal envelopes. Now these allow me to do what I could simply write. Say I'm going to write Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. This is Rahim. First I attempted writing using the whiteboard material, but because we know that after we finish the text sometimes we need to add harakat, which is small vowels and codes and so on. So if I want to add these, if I go over moving my hand over the text, it will wipe it away. So I shifted from whiteboard markers to permanent markers. The idea here is making it more durable, and I would write, if I want to go over it, see my finger doesn't wipe anything away. And once I finish the safha and would like to memorize it and so on, do whatever I want, put the harakat, put the signs, put the codes, whatever I'm memorizing. And even some here I could put notes if I'm learning, for example, the meaning of the ayat or the words. So after I finish, I simply wipe it away. So this material is made that an alcohol-based perfume or the acetone used in nail polish could easily wipe the material away. So it's sprayed and you could simply wipe it away. So you do not bother a lot about how to dispose of it. The idea was attractive. Once more, going back to the board, I like the idea, so said why not make it in a board format. This is it in the board format, so it's hard acrylic boards placed over it from both sides, so we have both sides still there. but the idea it's hard now. And this is more durable. You could you put it in your backpack, in your bag, and you can come back and forth with it. This is only a prototype. I have not produced it commercially. If anyone wants to produce it commercially, I'm happy to contribute in any way possible. The copyrights of my products are all open, so anybody can use them. So you can produce something similar to that. You have the PDF of what I have done. Okay, so these were in these sizes. Then it attracted me, why not to make it as a page? Maybe a page will be more attractive to the student. So I made this leaflet. And in this leaflet, I called it the Safha Labinat al-Bina, meaning the page is the brick in the building of memorizing Quran. Here I give instructions on how to build on it and use it. Here a historical background on how handwriting was used in preserving Quran throughout the centuries. And here talking about the science of handwriting and memory. What is the connection between them and how memory is best kept using handwriting. Then in here I simply just mimic what I have here, and it's in the form of a page, and you could bend it to make it a leaflet. And this leaflet you can easily use it as a page divider as well. You can put it in your bag. It's more portable and more easy to use. But this page now is made in a way, it's a bit hard cardboard, so it's harder than regular paper, and it is cellophane. It's covered by cellophane, so it allows me to do the same. I could write whatever I would like to, and once I'm finished, for example, I'm memorizing whatever page I'm on, and then just spray it with some alcohol-based or acetone, and then just wipe it away. So now it's ready for my next task. So this is the product that I've reached up to now. You have the PDFs of the paper, the leaflet and the board. You have both of them. Then it occurred to me, why not keep developing? Because in every product I always look forward to develop it. So I was attracted to the boards. Why not utilize these LCD boards that are for children? These boards are electronic. They come in a semi-electronic idea where they have multiple sizes. This is I think an 8-inch one. This is a 10-inch, and you even have 26 inches. So you have something similar to this size in the background. So you have large boards as well. The idea of it has some fluid in it that is attracted to where the stylus is working. It's a magnetic thing, so wherever you're writing, and then simply you can wipe it away by a press of a button. There are 2 buttons here. The first generation of these boards, they had only 1 button when you can delete, but then the second generation, they also allowed you to have an eraser. There is a 4th generation where they have a Bluetooth button. If you press it, it will automatically send what you have written here into your mobile, or send it to anyone by email or whatever. So these are not actual these are not iPads or notebooks or electronic devices. They are similar, they are more simple, and they're less expensive. These are less than $10, for example, and so on. So the idea that they are reusable by children, they can write on it and draw and remove it. Now my idea here is how to apply the idea of the board of Quran here, is that I want to make the boards similar to this page. Why not have it in similar page? There are 2 ideas to do it. I could either bring an external stencil, and the stencil has 15 lines on it. So I would the student would draw the lines and then take out the stencil and write the words on the lines. So this is one possibility. The other possibility is having a stencils book, even having letters of the Quran and how each letter is written. So I could advance it more. There is another way. This is an external way. An internal way, I was thinking about trying to develop a similar board that has buttons for these tasks. So I have a button, the lines appear, so I could write on them. Maybe another button for letter A and ba and ta and tha. So you see the letter and how it is written inside the Quran, and you can copy over it and write over it. So multiple methods of doing this. The ideas are open. Feel free to take any of my ideas and utilize it and produce it. I'm happy to contribute some of my thoughts and my ideas that this video might not is not long enough to contain, but the idea is that whatever you write, you memorize more and you keep it for longer. So this is the first product. This is the latest ideas for this product, and I hope this will be useful for everybody, and may Allah bless us all with memorizing Quran.